Watch these dates for the low income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in this video, so let's get right into it. All right, yet again, we have another very important month upon us, so in this video, I want to talk through all the details and point out some very key dates that we need to pay attention to, as we're going to be getting some pretty big announcements coming up here over the following weeks. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community to continue doing all the research, breaking it down into these short videos so that you can get all of the new information as it is being released, as well as anything pertaining to money, benefits, checks, reform, new bills, pieces of legislation, stimulus, raises to benefits, or anything else that may be coming up right here, right now that we can take advantage of. Of course, I want to bring you all those details here in these videos, break it all down, and let you know what we can grab right here, right now. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any updates going forward during this very busy time, and I'll continue to be here for you, helping you out in any way that I possibly can. All right, thanks again. Let's jump into it and discuss this very long list of very key dates that are coming up here over the next couple weeks that we certainly want to pay attention to very, very closely. All right, so obviously I'm going to start at the beginning of the month, and then we will work our way through the month. Some of these dates will be somewhat obvious, but at the end of the day, I also still want to point these out because this is on the calendar, and I know that it's going to impact a lot of you here in this community, but either way, there are some also very important dates that I want to point out as well. Some big announcements are coming out, and this is going to impact the low income and fixed income beneficiaries, as well as virtually everybody else right here, right now. All right, so again, this is for the month of July. Sorry, not sure if I mentioned that already, but sorry, let's get into this and talk about the very busy calendar here for the month of July 2022. All right, so let's quickly start out by the first of the month. There's a couple different announcements coming out on the first. Number one is the non-farm payroll number will be released on this date for the month of June. Now, this is going to give us a reading on the employment market as far as what is the unemployment rate doing, how many jobs were created, how many jobs were lost, all kinds of things like this. This number is released on the first Friday of the month, which just so happens to be Friday, July 1st. Also on this day, for those of you receiving SSI, Supplemental Security Income, you'll be getting your payment that day as well, right? The first of the month happens on a Friday. Great. So continue to watch your bank accounts, your Direct Express cards, wherever you receive your SSI payment. Pay attention to that because you'll be getting it that day. Next, for those of you who receive a Social Security benefit on the 3rd of the month, this month it's going to be landing on the Sunday of the month. So generally, when the 3rd lands on a Sunday or a weekend or a holiday, if that ever happens, then generally you'd be getting it the Friday before, potentially, or otherwise shortly thereafter. However, here's what's interesting about this. So if you are somebody receiving your Social Security payment on the 3rd, watch your benefit or watch your bank account, your Direct Express card, things like this, the Friday before on the 1st, as well as watch it early the next week, because here's what's interesting. We're followed up by Monday, July 4th. Obviously, it's a holiday, right? So we're kind of put into a precarious situation here. The 3rd is falling on a Sunday, and Monday is the 4th of July, which is a holiday, right? So anyway, those are the couple dates that I wanted to point out right there as well. Now, next, let's quickly fast forward out a few days here, all the way out until July 13th. Now, this is a big day as well. There's a few things happening this day. Number one is for those of you who receive your Social Security payment on the second Wednesday of the month, that just so happens to be this day. July 13th is the second Wednesday, and that is for those people who have a birthday landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Generally, you'll get your payment on the second Wednesday of the month, and it just so happens to be July 13th. Now, on this same day as well, we do have another big announcement coming out, and that is the CPI release, Consumer Price Index. Now, this is going to be a big one because over the last several months here, the inflation data has been coming in over 8%, right around 8%, right around 8.5% for the last few months here. So this is going to be a very highly anticipated number, and it's going to be released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, July 13th. So, of course, as we get more details on that one, and as that number is released, of course, I'll be here for you breaking it all down and letting you know what this means for everything going forward, especially as it pertains to inflation, right? That's what it is. It's the inflation data for the previous month, which is obviously June, right? So anyway, As I do get those numbers, of course, I'll bring that to you as we get that information. Next, let's fast forward out until July 15th. This is a Friday now. Friday, July 15th is the date in which the Public Health Emergency Declaration is set to expire. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos as well. A very important thing that we want to watch closely because this is actually going to end the bonus benefit for SNAP beneficiaries. It's going to end coverage for about 15 million Medicaid beneficiaries. It's also going to end a few other things out there as well. So if this is allowed to expire on the end of the day on July 15th, we got to be prepared for that. So I'll continue to watch that one very closely as well as we get closer to it. But anyway, that is another key date that I have on the calendar here that we certainly want to watch very closely because this could mean a lot of changes for millions and millions of low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries, especially with just the expiration of the bonus benefit for SNAP beneficiaries as well as 15 million people on Medicaid basically losing benefits. So wow, right? Anyway, that is on July 15th. Next, let's move out now to July 20th. This is the third Wednesday of the month. And for those of you that receive your Social Security benefits on the third Wednesday because your birthday lands between the 11th and the 20th of the month, this is when you will get it, is July 20th. Again, it's a Wednesday. So keep that one on your calendar as well. And if you get your benefits on the third Wednesday of the month, again, that's just when it is. No changes here. Just want to point that out for you because, it's kind of important to understand when you're going to get your benefit because we all understand every single month it does change by a few days. One month it could be the 20th, another month it could be the 21st, another month it could be the 14th, or no, maybe like the 15th or 16th, you know what I mean? So it does change a little bit each and every month. So anyway, I'll keep you posted on that. Next, let's move out to now July 27th. There's a few days coming in on, or a few different announcements coming in on that day. Now, this just so happens to be the fourth Wednesday of the month, and for those of you that are receiving your Social Security benefit on the fourth Wednesday of the month because your birthday lands between the 21st and the 31st, then of course, this is the fourth Wednesday. You'll be getting your payment on that day. So again, watch your bank account, watch your Direct Express card, watch wherever you typically get your payment, and it'll be arriving that day, the fourth Wednesday, July 27th, if your birthday lands between the 21st and the 31st of the month, right? Now, another big announcement that day is going to be the Federal Reserve. Now, the Federal Reserve will be out once again, wrapping up their two-day meeting, the FOMC meeting, which stands for Free Open Market Committee. They meet every 6 weeks, and they discuss interest rates as well as who knows what else. But they discuss a bunch of things when they have their meeting, and they determine what they're going to do with the interest rate. Well, we already heard from the chairman of the Federal Reserve last time they met a few weeks ago that they were actually going to be considering raising rates by another 0.75% or 75 basis points with this next meeting. So this is going to be another very big one that we need to watch going forward because this is going to be potentially another historic raise that we could see to interest rates. Now, the last meeting that they had in mid-June, they actually raised rates by 0.75%, the biggest raise that we've seen since 1994. So, yeah, basically 28 years ago was the last time we saw an interest rate hike of that percentage, right? So again, we could be looking at another 0.75% or 75 basis point interest rate hike going here in the end of the July. So July 27th is when they wrap up that meeting and when the chairman of the Federal Reserve will be coming out with that announcement letting us know what are they doing to interest rates. Remember this as well. As I've mentioned so many times in previous videos, when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates like this, it flows back to the consumer. So any type of loans, any type of borrowed money that you may have that has an adjustable rate or an interest rate that is allowed to be adjustable, remember, it's going to impact that. Now, if you have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, it's not going to touch it. It's not going to do anything to that because you're locked. You're fixed in for 30 years or the duration of your loan. It could be a 30-year, could be a 15-year, doesn't matter. A fixed rate mortgage, you're fine. However, if you have an ARM, not like an arm, right? No. An adjustable rate mortgage is what it stands for. Adjustable rate mortgage. If you have one of those, then yes, your rates will be going up. Credit card interest rates will be going up. Personal loans, lines of credit, auto loans. What else are they? These short-term loans. Anything like this, if you have these types of loans like this, pay attention because interest rates will be going up once again at the end of July. So, Wow. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on. This is the calendar I have for you as of right now. Of course, as we work our way through the month, there will certainly be way more dates and announcements that come up. But again, these are the ones that I want to watch here going forward, as well as a variety of about 700 other announcements that will be coming out. But either way, I want to point these out for you just to give you some key dates that we want to watch going forward, as there's a lot of things going on right now, and many of these announcements will be directly impacting low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries. So hope this one helps you out. Again, thank you so much for watching this. As we work our way through the month, of course, I'll continue to be here for you, right by your side, helping you out in any way that I possibly can. So please enjoy your day. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. And I'll continue to be here for you every single day to keep you updated, to talk you through these very important topics, as well as just being here as your daily advocate, pointing out anything that may be popping up right now in the form of checks, money, benefits, programs, legislation, new bills, raises to benefits, or anything else that may be coming up. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below. And until next time, enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later in the next video.